Hello students, today I will discuss a important topic of physics which is buoyancy, upthrust and Archimedes principle and flotation. Before starting this topic we have to remember two important thing. What is pressure? So pressure is equal to P is equal to F by A. That means force per unit area. This is pressure. Okay, force per unit area. Here P is equal to pressure. P is equal to pressure and F equal to force and A equal to area. Okay, and another important thing is object pressure P is equal to H, D and G, which is applicable for here we have taken liquid, any liquid, and लिक्विड के बीच में किसी भी पॉइंट इस पॉइंट से प्रेशर का फार्मूला क्या है? P is equal to H, D and G. What is H? H is equal to depth from upper surface. H is equal to depth from upper surface. ये upper surface to H point से क्या है? Depth. And density of liquid, D is equal to density of liquid and G is equal to gravity. Okay, ये दो इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मेरे को याद करना जरूरत है. Okay, and now come to the topic. What is upthrust? Upthrust, and which is known as buoyancy force. Buoyancy, upthrust and buoyancy. What is buoyancy? When an object is immersed or submerged in any liquid or fluid, it will experience a force which is directed towards the upward direction, opposite to the gravity. This force is known as upthrust or buoyancy force. Okay, so and it will applicable for static liquid. It will applicable for static liquid. Let us consider a water container. Okay, or sorry, a liquid container. Here is present liquid, and this is an object. Length of the this is object. Your object को area of object is A. Okay, and length of object is equal to H. Okay, so this object will experience a upward force which is known as buoyancy force Fb, and the weight W is act towards gravity and buoyancy force is acting to opposite to the gravity. Okay, so now we have to find the value of buoyancy force. So now we have to find the buoyancy force, and buoyancy force Fb, buoyancy force Fb. सोचो एक चीज सोचो क्या है. Here there have a pressure of course, and here have a also is pressure, and this pressure is known as P2 and this pressure is known as P1. Okay, from this equation force is equal to pressure into area, and here force is equal to F1 and F1 is equal to P1 into area, and here similarly there have also a force acting on that point which is known as F2, and F2 is equal to the P2 into A. because from this formula, so we have to remember this formula, and from here we can write this. Okay, f1 and f2, and the net force acting on the body, net force, buoyancy force here, that means the net force acting on the body. So buoyancy force equal to net force, net force, net force acting on that body, net force acting on the body towards upward direction, towards upward direction. Okay, so net force is equal to क्या है, f2 minus f1. Why f2 is greater than f1? Why f2 is greater than f1? So f2 is greater than f1 because p is equal to hdg. So p is proportional to the depth, p is proportional to the depth. From this point, the depth of that, from the upper surface is maximum. So here pressure is also maximum. From now, the pressure and force is equal to proportional when area is constant. So when pressure is higher, maximum, so force will also maximum. Okay, because force and pressure is proportional to when area is constant. Okay, now we can conclude that the f2 is greater than f1, f2 is greater than f1. So f2 minus f1, f2 equal to क्या है, f2 equal to p2 a minus f1 equal to p1 a. Okay, area is constant, so a bracket p2 minus p1. Here we have to remember and we have to calculate p2 minus p1, which p2 minus p1, that means the pressure difference between 2 points of that object. Here pressure p1 and here pressure p2. So p2 minus p1 equal to, so p2 minus p1 equal to hdg. Why? The difference between that, the pressure difference between that point, that 2 points, the length of the object is h. So h1 minus h2, so h2 minus h1 equal to h. Okay, now p2 minus p1 is equal to hd, a into h into d into g. Here very important thing, h into a, that means height into area, which is volume, which is volume. Now now we have to clean because very shorted space. Okay, now we have to clean from here. From here, area into height, that means volume, area, volume. Okay, and d is equal to density of liquid, and g is equal to क्या है, g is equal to gravity. So buoyancy force equal to v into d into g. Now we have got it. Buoyancy force is equal to v into d into g. Remember it. What is the meaning of v? V is equal to volume of solid which immersed, volume of solid which immersed, जितना amount of volume immersed. Okay, and d is equal to density of liquid and g is equal to gravity. इस जो important equation, इनको याद करने के लिए थोड़ा एक short tricks है. तो v buoyancy force is equal to v dg, buoyancy force, and buoyancy force v is equal to solid, s, d is equal to liquid and gas. But gas not necessary because ये नहीं चाहिए. Okay, solid मतलब क्या है, volume of solid which immersed, density of liquid and g is equal to gravity. ये वाला buoyancy force का important फॉर्मूला, buoyancy force का important फॉर्मूला इनको चाहिए. Okay, so now after that I will solve some numericals. Okay, चलते रहो. बायोंसी का जो फॉर्मूला, बायोंसी फोर्स का जो फॉर्मूला मेरे को पास ऑलरेडी जान लिया, तो फॉर्मूला हो गया। और इनके बाद क्या करूंगा, तो न्यूमेरिकल्स। ओके, चलो न्यूमेरिकल्स करो। तो न्यूमेरिकल्स क्या है, एक लिक्विड कंटेनर, और क्या है, लिक्विड कंटेनर से लिक्विड है, ए लिक्विड कंटेनर से बीच में लिक्विड है। ओके, एंड एन ऑब्जेक्ट, ये वाला एक ऑब्जेक्ट। ओके, इनका जो एरिया ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, एरिया इज इक्वल टू 2 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर, 2 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर। एंड लेंथ ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज इक्वल टू लेंथ ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इक्वल टू 6 centimeter, and this part, the length of this part is equal to 4 centimeter, and density of liquid is equal to 1000 kg per meter cube. So question क्या है, क्वेश्चन है find buoyancy force, find buoyancy force. Okay, so from this question we have to calculate and we have to find, and we have to रिमेंबर द बायोंसी फोर्स का फॉर्मूला क्या है, बायोंसी फोर्स का फॉर्मूला ए बी इज इक्वल टू बी इंटू डी इंटू जी, वेयर बी इज इक्वल टू वॉल्यूम ऑफ सॉलिड व्हिच इमर्स्ड, एंड डी इज इक्वल टू डेंसिटी ऑफ लिक्विड, एंड जी इज इक्वल टू ग्रेविटी। ओके, एंड जी का तो वैल्यू क्या है, जी का फिक्स्ड वैल्यू है 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर। ओके, चलो, तो वॉल्यूम ऑफ द इमर्स्ड लिक्विड मतलब क्या है, ये पार्ट का वॉल्यूम चाहिए, ये पार्ट का वॉल्यूम क्या है, तो ये पार्ट का जो लेंथ 4 सेंटीमीटर, एंड ये पार्ट का जो एरिया क्या है, एरिया 2 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर। तो वॉल्यूम का वैल्यू क्या होगा, 2 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर इंटू 4 इक्वल टू 8 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब। 8 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब को एसआई में कन्वर्ट करूंगा। एसआई में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए 8 इंटू 10⁻⁻6 मीटर क्यूब, h 1 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब इज इक्वल टू 10⁻⁻6 मीटर क्यूब। ओके, so V and D is equal to density of liquid, and G is equal to 10 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर, एंड D का वैल्यू क्या है, 10 क्यूब। ओके, चलो वैल्यू पुट करो। V का वैल्यू क्या है, 8 इंटू 10⁻⁻6, D का वैल्यू 10 क्यूब, एंड G का वैल्यू 10, ऑफ कोर्स न्यूटन। ओके, हर चीजों का जो क्या है यूनिट एसआई पर, तो क्या है 8 इंटू 10⁴ इंटू 10⁻⁻6 न्यूटन 8। ओके, ये क्या हो गया, ओके चलो। ओके, so 8 equal to 8 into 10⁻⁻2 न्यूटन इज इक्वल टू 0.08 न्यूटन। ये वाला क्या है, बायोंसी फोर्स व्हिच इज एक्टिंग ऑन दैट बॉडी एंड टुवर्ड्स अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन। ओके, ये वाला न्यूमेरिकल्स हो गया। चलो नेक्स्ट क्लास में।